Hey everybody, welcome back to another day of Harper Smith Math. Today we're going to be talking about integration to find the initial equation. All right, so here we have this equation. This is a problem that we quite often run into. We go through, we take the derivative, and we get the derivative is 6x plus 2. Okay, or over here we take the derivative, totally different equation. We get y prime is 6x plus 2. Well, they're the same derivative. It's just they have a different starting point. That's just saying that the curvature at every x value is the same for both these graphs, even though they start slightly different. This one starts higher than this graph. If we graphed both of them, this one on the right would probably look something like this, whereas the blue graph would look something like this. You can see they're just about the same, and if I could draw a lot better, then they would be exactly the same, just moved down, which in geometry we call translating. So, what if I gave you this equation and asked you to find the initial equation? Well, up till now, all that we've been able to do is go through, we take this equation, we integrate it, gives you x squared, you'd say, hey, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2x, plus c, and that's about the most you're able to do. That's the closest you can get. How do we find out what c is, though? That's what we are doing today. So here's an example of how we could find c, what the actual original equation would be. So we have f prime of x is 6x plus 2. We know f of x contains the point 4, 3, and we want to know what is f of x. What is the actual equation? Well, here's what we do. First, we need to integrate. Okay, so we have 6x, we're going to start with x squared, 2 times 3 gives us 6, so f of x is 3x squared plus 2x plus c. Cool, we're to this part. Now comes the next step. We need to take this point 4, 3 and plug it in. Watch what happens. 3 is a y value. Where is y up here? Y is f of x. So we've got 3 equals 3 times 4 squared. Sorry, squared goes on the outside. Plus 2 times 4 plus c. Well, we went through and plugged in that point. What's the only thing left that's a variable? C is. Could we solve for c? Yep, we can. Let's do it. So this is going to give us 16 times 3 is 48. So we got 3 equals 48 plus 8 plus c. 3 equals 48 plus 8 is 56 plus c minus 56 minus 56. That's going to give us negative 53 is c. Guess what c is? Negative 53. So we now have the initial formula. The initial formula, or equation, is f of x is or was 3x squared plus 2x minus 53. Bam. Let's try another one. All right, you calculus nerds, let's try another problem now. So we have this problem. We know the derivative is 6x squared minus 2x plus 3. And we know the function contains the point 8, 102. And we want to know what is f of x. What is that original equation? Well, first step, we have to figure out what was f of x. Okay? It's going to have a plus c on the end. That's fine. We'll figure out what c is later. That's basically the only thing we're trying to do is just figure out what c is, right? So, we're going to have x cubed, x squared, x plus c. There you go. Kind of like that. So what do you think? Sorry. 3 times what is 6? 2. 2 times what is 2? Negative 2. Just negative 1. 1 times what is 3? 3. All right, now we need to go through and figure out what is c. So I take this point and I plug it in. I've got 102 equals 2 times 8 cubed minus 8 squared plus 3 times 8 plus c. 8 cubed. I don't know what 64 is. Let's see here. 2 times 8 cubed minus 8 squared plus 3 times 8, ooh, minus 8 squared plus 3 times 8. All of this simplifies to 984 plus c. How do I get c by itself? I subtract 984 from both sides. Guys, all I did, I just plugged that into a calculator. That's all I did. It's all right here, okay? Subtract. That gives me 882. Negative 882 is c. That would be the starting value. That's where this equation, f of x, would have had to cross the y-axis, basically, okay? Let's try another one. Here we go, let's try this one now. We want to know, where did this original equation, f of x, cross the y-axis? What is c? That's what we're trying to do here. So we have the derivative. We have a point that is within f of x. I just need to figure out what that initial equation is. So I integrate, so I need to figure out what f of x is. That is going to give me, let's see, I'm going to have an x to the fourth, an x squared, x plus c. All right, now I need to stop and think. 4 times what is 8? It's 2. 2 times what is negative 4? Negative 2. 1 times what is 1? 1. Cool. Well, we're that much closer. Now we just need to finish it off. We need to plug in these numbers. We've got 85 equals 2 times 3 to the fourth minus 2 times 3 squared plus 3 plus c. Again, I'm going to use my calculator to figure out this part. I'm just going to plug it into the calculator real quick and get my answer. 2 times 3 to the fourth minus 2 times 3 squared plus 3. I get 147. So 85 equals 147 plus c minus 147 from both sides. That leaves me with negative 62 equals c. So the equation f of x is 2x to the fourth minus 2x squared plus x minus 62. That is the initial equation. That is the equation that has this as a derivative and passes through this point. I want you to try the next one. All right, this one's on you guys. We have the derivative is 8x to the 7th power plus 3, and the original f of x graph passes through the point 248. What is the equation for the graph of f of x? On your mark, get set, go. Pause the video. All right, here's the answer. So step 1, I'm going to figure out what the initial equation was. F of x is, let's see, we got x to the 8th, we've got an x, we have a plus c. 8 times what is 8? 1. What times 1 times what is 3? 3. All right. Well, now I need to just go through and plug in these points. 48 equals 2 to the 8th power plus 3 times 2 plus c. 2 to the 8th power is 256. 256 plus 6 is 262 plus c. Minus 262 minus 262. We get a derivative, not a derivative, we get a value of c. Let's see here, that's 14, so negative 214. Let me double check. Yep, 214. We plug that into here. F of x is x to the 8th plus 3x minus 214. That is the equation. If you got that wrong, I want you to try the next one. If you got it right, go try the homework assignment. It's only like 8 questions. 10 questions. I think it's 10 questions. All right, remember, if you got the last one wrong, you have to do this one. If you got the last one right, move on. Okay, if you got the last one wrong, give this one a try. Okay? That is a -4 up there, in case it looks a little funny for you. What do you get for your answer? pause the video, try it out. Oh, yes, it is Christmas time while I'm filming this video. I've got my Santa Claus tie on. Woohoo! Santa Claus is on a vacation with his Hawaiian shirt. And a Santa Claus hat today! Woo! All right, well, anyway, so you should have paused the answer. You should have the answer by now. Let's do this. So we have f of x equals, we've got x to the 4th, 4 times 3 is 12, minus x cubed, x squared, x plus c. 3 times negative 3 is 9, 2 times 4 is 8, negative 4, there we go. So now I just need to plug in these numbers here. We've got 120 equals 3 times 4 to the 4th minus 3 times 4 cubed plus 4 times 4 squared minus 4 times 4 plus c. Ugh, I almost got carpal tunnel writing that out. Let's see here. So if I want to figure out what is all that equal to, I can go through and do it by hand, but we're all smart. We're just going to use a calculator. Minus 3 times 4 times 4 times 4 plus 4 cubed minus 4 times 4, and that gives me 624. So I've got 120 equals 624 plus c. I minus 624 from both sides. That gives me a total of negative 584 is c. So the initial equation is f of x equals 3x to the 4th minus 3x cubed plus 4x squared minus 4x minus 584. I know, it's long. It takes a while. I get it sometimes. It's really not that bad, though. If you're actually looking at it, it's really not that bad. Santa Claus just did it, so can you.